Yeah, well, it's been a lot of hard work. I've been here 15 months now at the club. I came last season, and from day one, we had a lot of work to do to change the structure at the club, to make the club more professional. And I'm just happy that the club allowed me to mold the team the way I saw fit. And I want to thank management firstly for that trust and that support. Yeah, I just said in my post-match interview that I must be the envy of a lot of coaches because in the 15 months I've been at the club, there's never been a single day of interference. And that can't be said for many teams in the NFP and even in the PSL. So I want to thank Mr. Soli Kubela and John Matibe, our CEO, for that diligent leadership. It's quiet but firm, diligent leadership at the top, and that's allowed us to get on with our work. So yeah, I was a bit emotional early on because I've been away from my family for a long time, and I want to dedicate this to them. My wife, my son, my daughter, my grandchild. They mean the world to me, and it's hard not being with them all the time. As often as I try and go home, it's never enough. So for the club, I'm happy. I said from day one, it's not about me. I've been in the PSL, and I'm not obsessed with being in the PSL, but this is a life-changing moment for the club, and more particular for my players. Some of them really deserve to play at the top level. They're good enough, and I just hope that they can grow from this experience and enjoy the moment today. I know a lot of the neutrals won't be happy because we've clinched it with 2 games to still go. Everybody likes that drama on the final day, except coaches. And I'm happy it didn't come down to that. The club can use the next 2 weeks now to celebrate this momentous occasion because they really deserve it. From 12th last season to winning the championship this season, unbelievable job by everybody, my technical team, my players. I thought everybody, it was a very strong collective effort from everybody, and I'm so proud of the input and the assistance they've given me this season.
Coach, where do you think it all started to take shape for you this season to say, okay, now we can see? In the beginning you said we're just playing, avoid relegation, be in a good position, but to see the light that we can do this, where was that turning point?
I think it started in the off season when we started recruiting. We headhunted certain players from opposing teams like Namasia and All Stars. We headhunted key players that we felt could come in and strengthen our team. So that was a key part of why we are where we are right now. And I think 10 games into the season, even though you may reinforce, things don't always work out the way you want them to. But I thought 10 games into the season, I had that gut feel that this team's going to be very difficult to beat this season. And the boys proved me right, We've got a great group of players who bought into not just my coaching philosophy, my training methodology, but just the ethos of the team, which is hard work and to stay humble. I always said, I'm a small coach. This is a small club. Let's stay humble. Let's work harder than the rest, and you can achieve success that way.
Coach, personally, where does this rank in your career, this promotion?
The ranks at the top. I won the Telkom Cup with Bloemfontein Celtics. We've won promotion now, so this has got to be up there with that, So very proud of this achievement. Like I said, people don't know how hard we had to work to get the club to where it is. People just think, okay, you sign a few players and you'll start to win some games. There's so much more that goes into it behind the scenes. So again, I can't be thankful enough to my management for allowing me to put this team together the way it is and trusting me. My methods can be a little bit different to others, but I am who I am, and they've trusted me to coach my way and deal with my players my way. And today we stand here as NFD champions.
And coach, not to take anything away from the victory today, right?
What is it about, the old Tamakaba Stadium? I mean, 2 seasons in a row, they're promoting teams.
Yeah, listen, we were supporting Polokwane City last season, even though they were our competitors. And I know they were supporting us today, so it's nice to join them. And you're right, maybe next season there'll be a hat trick, who knows? So I'm just happy for everybody at the club. Like I said, the chairman and the CEO, I can't give them enough plaudits for the way that they've brought structure into this team and the way they've run this team and managed the club. We are a very stable team. We are a small club, but very, very stable. And coaches can only work to the optimum level, at the optimum level, if the structures are right, And like I said, with the structures being right at this club, it's allowed me to focus on what I was brought here to do, and that was coaching.
For this last 2 matches, then what is it? Is it for players that have a lot of goals now to go for it? Or is it now to say those that you didn't give a lot of game time, now they can have the freedom to play, see them a little bit?
There probably will be 1 or 2 that can come in, but we're going to continue to put out a strong team in both games. We want to still try and win both games, even though we are champions. So you can expect us in both games. We want to try and get another 6 points from the last 2 games. So training is going to be normal, preparations normal, and our attitude in the games normal, because they know me, these players. If I see any slack in their effort, heads will roll.
And well, Coach, you talked about good recruitment that you've done beginning of the season, but midway through the season, a player like Chirambandar and Darren Mekwa came in and they were a full force, especially towards the end at this moment. How crucial were they to have joined your side?
Yeah, I think just before the Christmas break, we identified key areas where we needed reinforcement. One was up front to support Wonderboy Makubu. One was in the midfield because we got a long-term injury to Katlego Molaba. So we needed a number 8 that could play that role. And then we also needed another winger. We only really had Vandala, and all the other wingers were under 23s, So we needed one more experienced winger. Hence, we brought in Edmo. So I thought those 3 really gave us more depth, more than anything else. It gave us more depth and made our bench stronger. And as you can see, Rulani Manzini came in and won games for us. Edmo started with a bang with goals that got us positive results. And Diola Mako's been fantastic. How a player like that was wasting his time in the ABC, it amazes me. But I'm happy for all 3 players, because they really, when they came in January, they really made a positive impact in the way that we play and in the results that we started to get.
So, Coach, when you sat down for a bit there, what was going through your mind?
Now, a lot of emotions. Like I said, it's all about my family. My family is out in Durban, and this is the first time in my career. I've been coaching 20 years now. It's the first time in my career that I'm away from them for such a long period of time. So yes, the emotions got to me, and like I said, I do everything for my family. And as much as we've done this for the chairman, we've done this for the Magesi family, my family, this is for them as well. I think they deserve it. I've got a grandchild who's always crying on the phone for a grandfather, because we're very, very close. And it hurts me as well not to be with them. But we've all made sacrifices. And in the end, we've got what we wanted.